Welcome to Car Talk. On this webisode, we'll be reviewing the Chevy Beat, the Fiat Grande Punto 1.2, the Ford Figo Petrol, and the Volkswagen Polo Petrol. I'm Karthik Ganesh, and you can catch me on carvale.com for a 15-minute walkthrough on India's hottest selling and most anticipated machines, where you'll get only unbiased, honest, and dependable reviews that you can count on. Over 70% of the Indian car market is made up of hatchbacks, and manufacturers today realize the importance of their presence in that segment. So let's go and take a look at some of the hottest new hatchbacks available today. Now the Volkswagen Polo is a really sharp looking car. I mean, it just exudes that German strength, that tautness, those really crisp, sharp lines. The car looks really tough. It looks built like out of one block of metal, which is typically German. It's got very exciting lines on the front. It's got this lovely chin. However, the Indian Polo has slight differences from the European cars. For example, the headlamps are slightly different, and we get different tail lamps as well. But apart from that, the Polo just looks as striking and as contemporary as it would anywhere else in the world. Now let's take a look at the Ford Figo. Now the Figo is based on Ford's global design program, which they call kinetic design. Now basically kinetic design puts into focus practicality, style, and all these swoopy elements that you really see. Now it's not just about looking good, but as somebody from Ford told us, good design is all about functionality as well. Now the Figo shares a lot of small design elements with other Ford global products worldwide. You'll see some lines which you'll see on the other Ford global products. And well, the Figo isn't, as exciting to look at as some of the other cars, but it's a very mature, very balanced, and well, slightly understated design in a very Ford way. The Fiat Grande Punto. Now this is a car that we've been used to seeing for the last couple of years. Now the Grande Punto is here because, well, Fiat's launched two new variants on the 1.2 engine. And, well, as in terms of design, it's very Italian, but we really miss the chrome on the low-end variants. I mean, the chrome really adds that overall appeal, but, the black grille really doesn't make it look, well, it looks kind of dull. It's not as exciting and as fresh as some of the other designs here, but nevertheless, it still has its appeal. But we really wish, all the versions just came with that little bit of extra chrome that make the car look so much better. Now the Beat is the most sharply styled of the whole lot we have here today. The Beat really breaks away from complete traditional design, and it's really, well, it's sort of yuppie looking in that sense, but it's also the most fresh and the youngest looking of the lot. It's got neat design cues like a hidden away door handle and the C-pillar. It's got really steeply raked headlamps. It's got this wide, bold new face of Chevrolet that you see here. The fact of the matter is that it's not just the exterior, but it's the interior as well, which is sharply styled very similarly to the outside. And it's really young, it's vibrant, and it just looks so much more different. So in terms of, overall design, the Beat does really break new ground and just looks so much more different in a sea of hatchbacks. Volkswagen Polo is well finished in a two-tone interior combination. It's beige and black. Now it's all hard plastic, but it's very well finished hard plastic. The air conditioning vents are really top quality. There's these nice little chrome touches here on the vents. Now the Polo is the only car here on the test today which has a steering which is both adjustable for reach as well as rake. Now this is a standard feature across all the Polo trim levels, and it's really great because then you can choose that perfect driving position. So here I am, and it is cramped. There's no way large adults are ever going to be able to sit at the back of the Polo. Well, we're in the Ford Figo right now, and this is a top-end titanium trim. Now the titanium is the only trim that you can order with this coral dash panel, but this red really doesn't go too well with the overall black interiors. It's got airbags, it's got ABS. The fact that it doesn't have an adjustable steering can make life difficult. The Figo is wider, so which means that you could have maybe 3 moderately sized adults at the back without too much of a problem. This basic trim level of the Fiat Grande Punto, well, really does seem quite basic. It's all just a mass of black on the insides. The switches, the air conditioning vents, the little bits of trim, everything is just black. Now, well, it's a really narrow footwell, and there's not really much space to get in very comfortably. Now, one must remember that all sorts of people will probably get into your car. It could be arthritic parents, it could be grandparents. As you can clearly see, my feet are digging and killing Deepak in front. The Chevy Beat is as cool inside as it is outside. It's got this really funky motorcycle-inspired instrument cluster. Now, it's got a digital display of your revs, it's got your time, it's got fuel level, and it's got, of course, speedometer as a standard analog affair. But it's really nice, and it's a complete breakaway from design tradition that we're used to seeing. Now, this is an interesting touch on the Chevy Beat, which is the door handle and the C-pillar. And well, really, it's the only car in the country to have something like this. And this isn't really a bad place to be at all. My knees aren't touching his seat at all. I mean, they're not digging in, and I have enough leg room to be quite comfortable. So even somebody as tall as I would not have a problem sitting in this